Welcome to the Deep Dive. So today we're jumping into something you brought up, James Ken's The Living Flow. And it's really precise, isn't it? He calls it a safety-critical framework for spiritual evolution and even neurological enhancement. But, and this is the key part, with no gurus, no traditional doctrine.
Exactly. It's what he calls, and I think this label is perfect, post-authoritarian spiritual engineering.
Post-authoritarian.
Yeah. Sounds a little heady, I know. But basically, it means the whole system is self-directed. And our mission, really, is to unpack that, to see the actual architecture he built once you strip away all the mythology.
Okay, let's start right there with that rejection. His whole philosophy seems built on this idea of the courage to witness, endure, and transform. And he absolutely refuses to give you any borrowed certainty. But if he's getting rid of all external authority, deities, stories, even a teacher's guidance, doesn't that remove the very thing that makes people stick with it?
That's the biggest question. Right. But what he's doing is a process of distillation.
Distillation?
Yeah. He keeps what is purely functional. So you see elements of classical Tantra geometry or the witness consciousness from Zen, the discipline from martial arts.
So he's keeping the engine.
He's keeping the engine, but he's deleting all the theatrical scenery. The story's gone.
Which brings us to this focus on what he calls safety over seduction. Why is he so almost obsessed with that?
Because the core objective is error prevention. Psychological errors.
Like what?
Well, he argues that traditional paths can carry these hazards. Dependency on a charismatic leader or dissociation from your actual life, even ego inflation.
The I'm more enlightened than your problem.
Exactly that. So by prioritizing restraint over awakening, he's trying to engineer out those pitfalls from the very start. It basically forces you to stand on your own 2 feet immediately.
And that self-reliance, wow, it translates into a hyper-specific, almost relentless daily schedule. Let's get into the operational core here, the Unified Mastery Daily Protocol. Because this is not a casual practice. It starts at 3 in the morning.
3 a.m. Yeah, the rigor is the point. It's about building a rhythm, a current underneath the surface of your normal life. And one of the most specific rituals starts at 4 a.m. sharp. It's the base 60 breathing mathematics.
Okay, break that down for us. A 6-second inhale.
A 6-second inhale, 6-second hold, 6-second exhale, and then a 6-second empty hold.
6 seconds. Not a few deep breaths. Why so mathematical? That feels so different from standard meditation.
Well, there's a neurological reason. If you do the math, a 24-second cycle means you're taking exactly 2.5 breaths a minute.
Oh, wow. That's incredibly slow. I think I miscalculated that earlier.
It is. The point is the precision. Ken's original texts actually say a 6-second cycle, which would be 10 breaths per minute, a rate known to optimize heart rate variability. There's some debate, but the principle's the same.
Yeah.
It's pure functional engineering.
Anger the subconscious.
Exactly. With that specific mantra in mind, prana is life force flowing freely.
And then, immediately after all that intense inner work, you're thrown right back into the world with the Shakti persona and duty. You don't get to go meditate in a cave.
No, absolutely not. The practice is the struggle of your secular duty, being a good partner, being a present parent.
So your family life becomes the sacred text.
Precisely. The obligations you have aren't a hindrance to the practice. They are the practice. Your agency emerges from acting within your immediate reality.
Okay, so from duty to diet, this is another area where the specifics are just wild. Ken calls nutrition encoded consciousness.
He does. And it gets incredibly granular. Take the 6:30 a.m. meal, the Triangle Power Smoothie.
The Triangle Power Smoothie.
Yeah, it's designed for neural strength. And every single ingredient has a functional and a metaphorical purpose.
Okay, give us the rundown.
So you have wild blueberries, that's for memory and vision.
Right.
Then raw walnuts for neural strength. I mean, they literally look like tiny brains.
Yeah,
right?
they do, yeah.
And finally, turmeric with black pepper. That's for purification. And the pepper is key because it optimizes the absorption of the turmeric.
So it's an edible blueprint for the mind you're trying to build.
That's a great way to put it. It's structural embodiment, right, from the first thing you eat. And if you zoom out and connect all these pieces, what you see is a system that insists on its own reality. It's not asking you to believe anything. It just creates this relentless rhythm through discipline, and that becomes the truth.
It's all about embodiment and action, not faith.
Exactly.
So let's leave our listeners with this.